It's locked. I'm going to turn around and make my way over to the magical aura item and see if it looks like it might even potentially be a key.
Okay. So as you turn around...
Or even maybe look around for some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now you're in a hallway. It's about a 15-foot hallway. So you're about in the middle. You were in the middle of the hallway.
I honestly thought you would be the one.
So as you turn around, in the light of the truth light candle with detect magic going, there is nothing happens, but you feel as though you are blasted with necromantic energy. It's not as disgusting as most necromancy you've encountered, but there is a sort of layer of filth that skims the surface of it, and you just feel it going whoosh. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against the immense power of the aura that you are seeing with True Sight. Because you are seeing this as it really, truly is.
Natural 20.
Okay, yes.
Which makes it a 28.
Very nice. So it's almost overpowering for a second, but you manage to compose yourself. You know that you will never forget anything that you are seeing right now, but you think you can handle it.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, you can feel it being imprinted in your memory. However, you continue forward. You all see him. You see him turn around and kind of like, and then set himself and go forward. And you all see the hands grasping at him as well. Also, you know for sure that the hands are real because they don't disappear in the truth light.
Are they more skeletal or are they more zombie?
They are skeletal. As you walk deeper into the dome, the hallway opens into a large domed room, and there are skeletal arms sticking out of the floors and out of the walls all the way up to the dome, which goes about 50 feet up.
So when you're describing these, are we more or less talking about the arms being like this coming out?
Yeah.
So very limited. They're kind of avoidable, and they can't hold me like super well.
Yeah, they're not super strong, although you do notice that they are pulling harder. They start actually pulling at you when you enter the room. Before, they were more just hindering your movement. And you notice, from here you can see... I did not think you were going to be the one that went into one of these. It's like, I could never predict you guys. It's wonderful. You can see now the object in the middle of the room, which is floating about 10 feet above the floor. Mm-hmm. It seems to be an acorn, and it's glowing with a mixture of gold and silver light. The truth light candle does not go that far. Detect magic, you are now, I believe, within range for. Yes. Yeah, you would be in range.
30 feet, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So now that you're in range, you can see the auras of, let's see, there's transmutation magic, conjuration magic, a lot of conjuration magic. A lot of conjuration magic. I think that's really it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, it would just be conjuration, mostly conjuration with some transmutation in there. It does not feel necromantic at all, which is a bit strange in the context. You also feel, I need you to make an athletics check, or acrobatics if you prefer, which that might be pretty similar now.
They're exactly the same.
Yeah, because since Carthanex woke up feeling his age.
Yeah.
As you feel the hands start to work together and try to pull you along the room. And 4. Okay.
4.
So you had gotten used to pulling against the hands. As you step into the room, the whole room whirs into motion like it noticed you almost. And the hands beneath you start grasping at you with renewed vigor, and it almost sweeps you off your feet. You manage to stay standing, but you trip forward and you notice they're coming out higher now and grasping more at torso level and pulling you along the edge of the room at the moment in a circular direction. You also notice the acorn sinks, and there are, in the center, the floor in this room is pretty much just bones, and you see them sink down a little bit so that there's an angle toward the center. And the acorn sinks so that it's still 10 feet above the center, but beneath it you see a pile of skulls that all start going...
You know what spell I took out of my preparation today? You know what spell? That spell. Alright, hold on. Let me look at my options here.
You all can kind of see what's happening.
Is there anything you can do to help him? Laurie.
Actually, I just realized. You all see him walking like he's trudging through deep snow. He takes a step into the room and goes, out of sight. Ari's sitting there like...
Okay. The hands haven't actually tried to like deal damage to me in any way yet.
No. It's uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt.
I want to try and move towards the acorn-shaped magical object.
Okay, the hands actually help you along, and I want you to make a dexterity saving throw to try to not fall. As you walk forward, they start pulling you in.
I take out an arrow and I reach through where like the threshold would be and see if anything happens to the arrow. Okay.
It's just an arrow.
No, I know, but does anything happen when I put it through?
No.
Okay, hold that.
You pull it back, and it won't move. If you let go, it just hovers there. 16?
16.
Okay, you manage to keep your footing and start wading your way through the skeletons downhill toward the 10-foot circle of just chattering skulls. While you do that, are you two doing anything?
Pushing the arrow farther.
Yeah, you eventually get the arrow all the way through, and it clatters to the ground.
And then it goes.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Clever.
Actually, you see it go, and you see a little poof, and it can't come out.
What?
Say what?
Can I make an intelligence check to see if it's a good idea?
This would be wisdom.
It is not a
This
good
would be
idea.
wisdom, but yes.
13.
13. You don't really see any harm in it other than that you'd be in the same situation he's in.
I don't want to be in that situation.
So Carthanax, as they're discussing what to do with your fate.
Yes, I am looking at a spell real quick. Hold on. I think it'll
What do
work.
you think, Carter?
It'll do a thing. That's for sure.
Whatever you want me to think, boss.
What did they do to you?
I don't know,
Now we
boss.
ask that question.
Is his ear still up?
What was that again?
His ears are still up, yes. He said he has no idea.
Okay.
Okay, that spell does nothing.
Okay, go ahead and make me another athletics or acrobatics check as the arms continue trying to pull you down. At this point, the steep angle is giving you disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
And also, looking around, you feel as though you're in a whirlpool of arms.
12.
12.
You know what? I'm gonna try to casting levitate on him.
Okay, so you start casting levitate. You trip, unfortunately, as you're going forward, and you start to fall forward. You fall prone into the arms. Thankfully, you are not at the skulls yet. They're about 5 feet between you and the... And the hands start basically crowd surfing you around in a circle, and you can feel them bringing you closer and closer to the middle of the room.
How big is that middle space you said?
10 feet wide. It's a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Okay, I think I know what I want to do.
Okay. You go to cast levitate, and you reach for him. There is... You know what? Actually, yeah. No, that'll work. Yeah. What's the range on it?
60 feet.
Let me think for a second.
I think I'm too far in based off of your description.
No, you are exactly 60 feet away, because you've gone about a full circle now.
And when he comes back.
And it's 70 feet total to the middle.
Oh.
So you are exactly 60 feet away.
Okay.
So, as you fall, you can feel some magic hit you from the back, and not in a painful way.
Right.
And you just get the sense of being lighter. You don't know he cast the spell, but you do feel lighter all of a sudden.
Is he no longer being.
He's still being pulled.
I have, well, it depends. If he's casting it on me and I wasn't know he was going to cast it, I have to make a Constitution saving throw to be effective.
Yeah, if you feel like Carthanax would resist, go ahead and make a saving throw.
Given the situation I'm in, magic affecting me, yes.
Yeah.
Especially
How about make an
knowing-
Arcana check? Let's see if you recognize it.
Okay.
Or at least recognize the direction it's coming from.
12.
12. Okay, yeah, you can't really discern where this is coming from.
So I would make a Constitution save.
Yeah.
That's what the spell says.
Mm-hmm.
I probably failed. 14?
Okay.
Okay, so then I start levitating.
Yes. So you can command yourself to go higher or lower. In the flavor of things, you just feel lighter.
Right.
However, as you cast it, he casts it basically as you fall. He sees just enough of you, like the tip of your head, to be able to cast it. You guys see Carthanax go, "Huh!" and you don't see him anymore.
Carthanax?
I want to try and, feeling now that I'm under the effects of levitation, I want to try and move straight to the object, which you said was floating 10 feet above?
Yes, it's 10 feet above the skulls.
I want to float to it.
Okay, so you're still... I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check to break free of the grip of
Okay.
the skeletal hands, which are trying to pull you down to no avail.
15.
15. Okay, that's enough.
That was a check, right?
So, yes. So you manage to push off of the ground enough to get out of their grasp,
Okay.
and you start going toward it. It's a little bit unnerving, because you look down... I mean, Carthanax is tough, so he can handle it, but you look down, and about this far from your face are the skulls, you know, like that. And you reach for the acorn. And as you do, it actually sinks down beneath as you get within 10 feet of it. As you pass the vertical threshold of the circle of skulls, it sinks down and you see one central skull that it goes into the skull's mouth and is closed.
I was trying not to, but I'm going to.
And just so you know, guys, whenever I smile like that, it's because your reactions are fantastic.
Okay. I want to levitate myself back up and away.
Okay.
Do I see the acorn come back out? Does me move
You go
further
back
away
away.
from it?
At this point, no.
No? Okay, cool. Then I'm going to cast Flame Strike on the biting skulls.
Okay. You cast Flame Strike and you see... Seems to have no effect.
Great.
You do see burn marks for sure, but it doesn't seem to have destroyed them.
Flame Strike also deals radiant damage.
I know.
Okay.
Would the two of you like to do anything? You now see you now see a prone Carthanax float up.
I did all I could. I'm just gonna drink some tea.
Well, that's more like you. Ish.
I want to keep going, but I'm better than Carthanax, and I'm not leading a team again. So, I'm gonna drink some tea.
Drop that mic. Ouch. That burned me from here.
This is a hilarious concept, given what Carthanax has already done trying to get to you before.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I'm gonna go be crazy. I'm gonna pull an alright, and I'm gonna try and go straight for the skull that the acorn went into and try and grab it.
Okay.
Because that's what we do in D&D, is stupid ideas.
Okay.
Only when it deals with things that are talking about how someone linked death to life.
So, you lower down to the hundreds of skulls that are chomping and chomping until you're close enough to be within arm's reach. They're like this.
Yeah.
And the one that it went into its mouth is also chomping. Make a dexterity check to try to stick your arm in.
Are you trying to grab the skull?
I'm trying to grab the whole skull.
Oh, the whole skull. Okay.
That it went into.
So in that case, it's a dexterity check. It'll be sleight of hand if you have proficiency in that.
I doubt it. I have proficiency in 3 things, and they're all wisdom.
Okay. So a dexterity check to see if you can navigate down without getting chomped, basically. Three. Oh, no. Okay.
I don't have gauntlets.
Technically, but that's beside the point. I failed the check.
So
I am not deft enough.
you reach for it, and it's not a huge... These are fairly small skulls. As you reach, you're like, oh wait, these are halfling skulls. And your hand is too big to really finagle in.
I wasn't trying to reach into it.
It's sunken into... There are other skulls right next to it. Yeah.
More bad.
Yeah. So you try to like reach around it, and your hand bumps one of them, and it goes on your metal, and you hear as the metal is crunched smaller and smaller. These things are biting very hard because you have gauntlets, right?
Yeah, but they're doing that to my adamantium?
It is adamantium. Let me check. Okay. So it's biting on it. It's not crushing it outright, but you do notice it's doing some damage. And if left for a while, it would go through. But it bites on it, you get kind of stuck and pulled in a little bit, but you don't get injured. But you realize you're not really able to get at a good angle. You might be able to, assuming it's safe, stick your fingers into the eye sockets. You try doing that, you pull, and it's rigid. It is stuck. So I need you to make a strength check.
Well, that's way better. 18.
18. Okay. So you pull as hard as you can. I need to see something real quick. You all just saw Carthanax go up, sigh heavily, and then go back down.
Guys, can we help you somehow?
I did not see it. I just turned my back and I just started brewing some tea.
What kind of tea?
What can I do? Like, I have a little bit of a collection.
Well, I feel like it's kind of rare, so I don't know if you have this, but it's like a chocolate rosemary. Do you have that?
Let me see if I have that. Reagan, do I have that?
Roll a D100.
Okay, so...
Roll for tea.
What'd you get?
Okay,
Tea check.
I got 68.
To 68? You do not.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I ran out about a month ago.
Oh.
It's back at my, like, where I used to be like at the night breaks.
I see.
Carthanax, you pull and pull, and you start to feel it give way a little bit, but you're also at a bit of an awkward angle because you're still prone, so you're pulling like this.
Am I prone or levitating now?
You started levitating while prone,
Okay.
and so far you haven't done anything to stand up. I mean, you're not
Oh, okay.
prone, you're just horizontal
Okay.
at the moment. And you pull.
Kind of like when like people are like going to jewelry heists and they're doing like the whole.
Yes! Yes! Dun 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 dun
Yes,
dun
we are
dun.
Mission Impossibly getting a skull.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, anyway.
And you pull. I want you to make a perception check for me.
Okay.
You do feel it slightly give way.
22.
22. Okay. In your focus on pulling, you almost lower your foot to the point of being inside one of the chompings. It grazes against your armor. You notice, you flinch, and you lift your foot back up because it's, pulled downward. So it does not get you. You did notice in time. You pull as hard as you can. You feel it give a little bit, but it doesn't feel... It feels magically reinforced.
Okay, I want to cast Dispel Magic on the skull.
The skull. Okay. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
That's not bad. 19.
19. Okay. So you feel the magic go out onto the skull and wrap around it. You still have Detect Magic going, so you see the R's. You see a pulse of Abjuration Magic, and Dispel Magic goes...
I'm going to let go of the skull and levitate up right myself and look around the room. Are there any other entrances or hallways?
There are not.
Nothing?
No.
Alright.
Just that one hallway, which now has nothing at the end, and skeletal arms.
And is nothing else being revealed in this room with the skeletal arms and skulls by the True Light candle?
I forgot about that.
Like, no other indications of anything in particular? Or,
Yeah, you see,
realities?
you can see silhouettes of the rest of the skeletons buried in the walls and the floor. You see all sorts of magical auras floating around in the True Light. When you look at the skull, you do not see necromancy in the Truth Light. Thank you for reminding me about that. When you look at it, you see a very, very wounded, covered in blood, wounds all over the place, one of the eyes gouged out, halfling. They have a gray-eyed trance going on at the moment, similar to Ra's. Because you've noticed Ra's trance turns gray instead of white. Yeah, and it looks, it's just bleeding from all over the place. You notice parts of it have been cut off, but it's definitely alive. Or at least you're seeing a living creature.
Okay.
The rest of them look like animated skulls. And you see the fragments of spirits.
This is a full body rather than a skeleton?
Yeah, and the rest of the skeletons seem attached to bodies that are buried. It's just that only the arms are sticking out. Most of the skulls seem just by themselves.
I want to try and grab this body and pull it away. Or is this supposed to be
This is the one that you were pulling on a minute ago. This is the one that has the acorn in its mouth.
So what, was I gouging into his eyeballs?
You didn't gouge out any of its eyeballs. So if you were not looking with the true sight, that's understandable. So when you look at it without the truth candle, it's just a skull.
Okay.
That's going and has the acorn in its mouth.
I haven't been, that's why I'm confused. I didn't put out
I
the truth
forgot.
candle.
I know,
you
I forgot
That's
about
why
it.
I'm like,
I'll say-
that changes the context of how Carthanax might have attempted to do this.
Yeah, I'm going to say that when you fell, the candle fell among some of the skeletal arms, and so there was a shadow, and now you've picked it up again. And you had to relight it, but that's no problem. Now that you relight it, you've had a chance to look at it,
Okay.
and that's what you see.
Okay.
But it only appears living in the truth light.
Gotcha. And Detect Magic on that is not revealing any necromantic auras.
Yes, which you didn't notice immediately because there's so much other necromancy around.
Right. And the spell magic appeared to have no effect that I could tell, or is that
Yeah,
more or less how I should view what you described?
It seems to be warded against that. Alright, make me a perception check.
I am going to go back towards the door to levitate down the hallway.
I got a 30-20.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh.
A halfling in here who's dead but not, who has the same kind of aura that you have sometimes with that death effect you have. And the magic item that we could see sort of glistening in here, as I got close to it, it went down and is now inside his mouth. But I can't get it out or that body up. And he seems to be warded against dispelling magics.
Interesting. Okay, would you like me to go in there?
Well, I'm worried about bringing more people in here if I can't get out. On this side, it's a lock with a very unusual key.
Now that you've been in there,
Can I make a...
the keyhole is the shape of an acorn.
It's a magical effect.
Of course it is. I figured it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, that.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Actually, before you do anything, you also notice, since you've been facing away, you've noticed there is a couple of the things that tend to the ground are on some of the nearby hills looking down at all this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've interfered. They're watching us now.
I'm telling you, man, I did not expect it to be you. Now that it's like, yeah, it's just
Look at
fascinating.
the context of what you said was on the writing.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I love it. It's just fascinating.
I know you would let me see the jewels.
Lawyer's
If
gonna be
you
so.
had just walked in, I couldn't have done anything, but we had a conversation about it. I just walked in. And I only tried to go in a couple.
You're gonna be in so much trouble when you get out. Okay, what'd you say, Tyler?
It's a magical lock. Is that correct?
Yes.
Make it a I'm going to do an Arcana check on it.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 26.
26. From examining it and what Carthanax has said, you suspect that this barrow was designed to protect a treasure that had some significance to the person buried there. And it's kind of a, you either go in, get it, and come out, or you weren't worthy and never leave. At least that was the logic that went into creating it.
Great worthiness.
Okay, he tells you. Worthy in the eyes of whoever made it.
I think this is kind of related to me. I may have a better chance of having to go in to let us both out. Does that make sense?
If that's what you want to try.
Because I don't think there's any other way for you to get out.
I have ideas, I just don't know how well they'll work. I can feel the power of my spells are diminished here.
Do I feel like my spells are a little bit, like they increase a little bit?
You feel particularly power. This is definitely a place of power, yeah. But you have arcane spells, so.
You don't have divine magic.
Yeah, if you were a cleric, then probably.
I got you. Go.
Point of note, from now on, I am consistently casting guidance on Carthanax. Every time he uses a skill check, he will immediately recast it on himself.
So this time, as you cast it, the first time you cast it, instead of the normal bonus, what happens is, though faint, you feel the divine power of Avatar flow through you, and it coalesces into some light that floats down back into the room. Did you say you went out to the hallway?
I had gone back to the door so that I could talk to them without being so far away that we couldn't communicate.
Yeah. So you see it float, it leaves a trail of light going back toward the middle of the room. You can tell that at the end of the trail, it seems to go down into the whirlpool area. And you can tell it does something down there. There's a little bit of a flash of light. You can't see it from here.
Oh. I immediately go back.
Okay. You grab on and row your way back in because you're levitating still. Or actually the hands just like push you in.
Okay.
I don't say anything. I've cast that, and then I immediately run back seeing this.
Yeah.
When I get to the top or above the point of descent, is there still anything going on there?
Yeah,
Technically, guidance is a 1 minute concentration.
Yeah, it's still happening.
So what do I see there?
You see it illuminates the... Do you still have your truth candle going?
Yes.
Okay.
I have not blown that back out since relighting it.
Okay. So it, especially in the light of the truth candle, you see the wounded halfling's face, and the light mimics, or the light coalesces on each of the halfling's wounds and gets brighter and then fades.
Without getting too close to the hands or the other teeth, can I take a better look at the wounds? See if there's anything that stands out about them?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a medicine check. It's easy enough to levitate down and keep your distance from the hands.
I recast guidance, so does guidance keep doing that, or when I recast it, does it take its normal effect?
I'll let you choose which one happens.
For this, I would want it to have its standard effect.
Cool.
All right. So, medicine check, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Does my pen starting to glow?
Your chest?
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a faint glow just from being in the area.
Okay.
So that's a 10 or a natural 1.
Oh my goodness. On a medicine check? Okay.
On the medicine check.
So there's only really one thing that stands out to you. In the Truth Light Candle, the wounds are still bleeding. Like, they're not old wounds.
Okay. I am going to reach out and just let the tip of my finger touch the halfling and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay. There's a bright flash of light, and you see the light ripple through the halfling's form. You see the wounds all close up, and then there's a wave of divine energy that just goes, and it passes over all of the skeletons in the whole room, and then all the skeletons start to burn away into ash. And soon you find yourself standing at the middle of a dirt sort of divot, and the acorn is hovering a couple inches above the ground.
Pick up the
I
acorn.
just
Okay. Huh?
I cast
Okay.
Cure Wounds at 3rd level on it. I was wondering if that was going to be where this was going to go when I was like, I think that's where this is going to go. I several times I was like, should I cast Cure Wounds or do I need to make it powerful and just cast Heal? Given that nothing else did anything.
Yeah. So, you are now, if you want to pick it up, you are now holding the acorn.
Going to pick it up.
Okay. Mark on your sheet that you have... Oh, well, actually, for now, mark down that you have a glowing acorn.
I do have a glowing acorn. I am going to levitate down and resume walking on ground.
Okay.
I assume there's no skeleton arms trying to grab at me anymore.
No?
I then walk to the door and place the acorn in the lock.
Yeah. You see
Is the
the
door
lock.
instantly open?
Yeah, you see... So the door is essentially a metaphor.
Right.
But as you do that, your hand passes right through.
And then the
And you see the log go...
Does the acorn keep going with me?
Yeah, you still have it in your hand.
Okay.
It persists.
and the
And I
arrow.
walk out.
You all see him take the acorn and go right through the wall. And then walk out.
And then walk
And then
out.
the arrow that was kind of like in
Oh
like
yeah,
fuzzy form.
goes back into your quiver.
Arthrex wouldn't have known about the guys standing around, but stepping out, do I notice all of those
You do.
lumbering guys?
And you notice they all, the second you step out, there is one big lumbering guy and two smaller ones with shovels. And as soon as you step out, they all three run toward you. I need you to roll initiative, my friend. All three of you can, or no, sorry, not all three of you, just one of you. You all can pick. The grave,
Say stop in deep speed.
they do not seem to respond.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, roll initiative.
You have advantage on initiative, right?
I do.
She does.
Why don't
Should
you
I roll it or do you want to roll it?
You can roll it.
Okay.
And
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
that's my second initiative natural one.
Nice.
Okay, and so this is just at this time it's a golden acorn, right?
Yes, just a
No, I
golden
do
acorn.
Something else.
Gold and silver.
Gold and silver.
And actually, as you look at it, it has a lot of different colors depending on the angle you hold it up at. You've only had a few seconds to examine it, but it seems to be, the colors are different depending on how you look at it.
Cool.
It's very pretty. Okay, so the three creatures are charging at you all. You all want initiative. You have 1 minute to talk strategy. Starting now.
Direction we were traveling, orientation.
That way.
We were trying to go that way. Okay. Do we want to force a distracted fight and move past them and not have to stay and fight them?
That might be a good idea.
I can try and get that to be implemented.
Okay.
Very, very, quite possibly really effectively, actually.
They'll probably chase us the whole way, though. How far are we out from being out?
No idea.
About a day and a half.
We still have about a day and a half left in these hills.
Well, if we're going to be stuck in a fight,
Gotta hurry.
either that or we might need to try and deal with this group as a cluster and knock them out and then see if that causes more to just run to us automatically if they have to see us.
Alright, who's first?
I'll cast a spell first and get more offense for
Alright.
us right away.
You guys want to go first? Both of you?
I mean, we can attack, we can run away. I can try to help.
They're in the direction we need to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that doesn't completely prevent us from going that way, but like, that's the way we were already traveling. Do we have a way to be able to keep all of them from moving? I know the time's up.
Time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was fixing something, so. Okay, who's going first?
Alright, I'm going with one spell.
Okay.
Okay. I want to cast Banishment on the large one.
Okay. He makes a save. Is it charisma?
Does. I will double check the save.
You did pretty well.
It is a charisma save.
Okay. He gets a 16.
16 is my DC.
Okay. So you see him flicker for a moment, but not quite leave.
Oh.
Who's next?
Oh, I still have movement.
Oh yeah, you still have movement. That's right.
I'm gonna step just back inside the doorway, the archway
Okay.
of it, so that puts me like more or less here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And as you do, they actually relax. They walk up to the doorway and then just stand there. Who's going next?
Okay. Well, Jael turns into her direwolf form.
Okay.
But so you said the enemies appear to relax as soon as I step back inside.
Yeah. They look less like aggressors and more like bouncers.
I'm gonna have Jael move past them.
Okay.
Off.
She moves past. They don't do anything.
think that's the end of our.
Okay. The big one moves up to the door so that you would have to walk through him to pass. So it's 2 more people's turns.
I guess I'll go. I'm also going to cast banishment on the big one.
Okay, so he's going to make a save again. As you do, he and the other 2, all 3 turn toward you. He fails. Boop. There's no popping sound though.
Right.
He just vanishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I nod toward Mackie to go past, and she goes past and joins Jaio.
Okay. Now the one on the ground
Oh, that's not quite as far.
runs up,
Runs up.
and it's going to stand where the other one was standing a minute ago. That is its turn. So.
Now it's another round of us.
Mm-hmm. So Eloria hasn't gone,
And Tarkin.
and Tarkin hasn't gone.
Yeah, Target hasn't gone.
Target's
Target's
Valoria's gonna go up to
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, what kind of terrain is this? Is this forest?
Yeah, I'm counting it as forest.
Okay, he's gonna cast Animal.
Okay.
I'll give you guys disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, so the spectral wolves appear. You guys have advantage on any attack rolls you make.
Cool. Laurie goes up to this one and touches it and says, "Excuse me." Does anything happen?
It looks at your hand. It doesn't respond other than that.
I need you to move.
Completely ignores you.
What about the try?
We'll say that was your bonus action.
I'm gonna go far away since I'm ranged anyway. It's gonna
Okay.
go 35 feet.
Sounds good.
I have no idea.
I'll hold my attack.
Right, it did pass
Stay
those.
attack.
Yeah, it ran right past you guys. It ignored you.
Can I make an intelligence check?
This would be insight.
Alright, yeah.
And the third one moves up to stand beside it.
That's a 26.
26? Okay, it seems that they are just trying to keep Carthanax from leaving. They don't really seem to notice any of you guys. You did notice when you cast Banishment, you drew their attention, and then they stopped paying attention to you.
Okay.
I believe that's the end of the round.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Me?
Yeah,
You've got that high initiative.
assuming you want to. Actually, we can go out of initiative, because no fighting's happening.
Okay. We're going to go out of the initiative.
Just for now.
For Carthanax, they don't seem to mind us very much. They don't want you to leave.
I noticed that. The question is, do they not want me to leave, or do they not want me to leave with anything from inside the tomb?
I am thinking inside the tomb.
So, what I want to try and do, as long as the creature does not attempt to attack me as soon as I do it, I want to try and leave, and then as soon as I get out, I want to try and throw the acorn back inside.
Okay. The second you step out, they are all going to use their ready to attack actions.
Okay.
Or both of them are.
As soon as they attack, I had my attack save.
I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Can you not hear? Are you too far away to hear this conversation of us trying to decide to not get violent?
She is.
35 feet away. Is that too far?
She's not
Yeah,
too
you weren't
far.
being
We're
quiet.
Not whispering.
Yeah, okay. So the first one gets, I think it misses pretty badly. 13. 13.
13.
The second one gets 18.
18 is my AC.
Do you want me to
Okay.
attack it?
So as you step out, the first one, you actually sidestep it and it goes right beside you. The second one goes clink and it hits you with the shovel. And I need you to make me a charisma save.
Okay. 14.
Okay. 14 is just enough. Oh, sorry. I was reading the wrong thing. I just have to make sure I'm doing this right.
Do you want me to attack it?
Hold on.
Alright.
I asked, why are you attacking?
They are completely ignoring you. Okay, so that is enough. But you do take 18 points of bludgeoning damage from the shovel. Oh, it's a strength save. Does that change the result at all?
Oh, significantly. It's a strength save?
Yes.
And 11. Yes,
11.
It changes everything.
Okay, so I apologize for that. So as it hits you with the shovel, you feel heavy for a second, and your feet sink into the ground up to your knees. You are grappled by the ground, so you can't move.
Did I make it all the way out of the door?
Yes,
Okay.
but that is their ready to actions.
Okay, so is it still also only 18 damage?
It is still 18 damage, yes. So now we will go back into initiative. So, Eloria?
Do I get to finish my attempted action there, though?
Yes.
Go.
Oh yeah, you throw the acorn in. It doesn't seem to matter to them.
Might as well go get the acorn back.
Because you can still see them winding up.
I'll grab it now.
I don't think I
Yeah.
know that.
You can see
I don't know.
he's sunk
Carthanax
into
just
the
got
ground.
Short.
Yeah, you saw him go.
Weird. Okay.
Can I shoot him now?
Yes.
I was holding an action.
So, what was your initiative?
I was holding an action.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, because it was.
Yeah, go for it.
It was me trying to get out, and she was not attacking it yet.
Gotcha.
If I
Yeah.
could get away and it
Go
stopped
for it.
being aggressive.
I have an idea.
Oh, actually, did you ever make that perception check I asked you to?
I don't think so.
What perception check?
I asked you to make a perception check a while ago when you ran that way. Make a perception
I
check.
don't remember. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. You hear several sets of footsteps running toward you all. They're not visible right now.
There's more coming.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot the one that attacked him. That landed the attack.
Yeah, go for it.
25 to hit. And do you need to know the damage types?
25, you said?
And that's the one that hit him.
I do not believe I need to know the damage types.
18 damage.
18? Okay.
I'm shooting again.
Yeah. You only get one attack when you hold your action.
I thought you said that you get your full action when you hold it. I thought that's what you house rolled.
That's what we've been.
If that's the case, then the shovel guys will get 2 more attacks.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can go with that.
That's what we had.
Is that what we've been doing? Okay. Then I need to make 2 more attacks as well. But go ahead.
This is
They both
undead.
miss.
Wait, this is undead, right?
It's undead. You have advantage.
Oh. Also, they take 2 more damage.
Yes. Thank you. So you see the first arrow sinks into its shoulder. It flinches a little bit, turns, and you feel it notice you.
27 to hit.
27. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
22.
Okay. Yeah, so the 2 arrows slam into it. It recoils both times and turns and notices you. Okay, now roll initiative.
Okay. $13.
13? 21. Okay, so to start with, the 2 gravediggers are going to beat you over the head with their shovels, or at least try.
Burying me in the ground with a fence post.
Did they hit you?
Yeah.
They hit me once, and I failed to save, and then I became grappled to the
So,
ground.
it's a good thing you have adamantine armor, because one of them got a natural 20.
Yeah.
Well, the first one, it's 2 swings. The first one's a natural 20, the second one is a 23. So
They
both hit, I
both
believe.
hit.
I need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws. Is that right?
Sure, it's
Strength.
dexterity
Strength.
time.
Strength saving throws. I have something in italics instead of bold, so it's hard to see, so I keep looking at the wrong one.
Okay, so 1 save is a natural 20.
Okay, nice. You managed to hold yourself up.
The other one is a 16.
Okay, that's enough. So, even though they're beating up, you can feel them forcing you under the ground, but you managed to hold your own.
Alright, all the damages.
20 points of bludgeoning damage from the first one. So the second one, it reaches,
I know what I should have done.
it puts its shovel down in the ground at your feet, sticks it in, and tosses dirt behind it, and you feel the ground underneath you shift as a pit opens beneath your feet. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
5.
Okay, especially buried as you are, the ground goes whoop, and you fall. It's not super far, it's maybe 10 feet. You take 3 points of damage from falling, and you are prone. That is its turn. It is now y'all's turn.
I would like to go.
Yeah, go for it.
You go.
Take your turn.
I'm gonna use my staff, Urge of the Dead.
Okay, so make a melee attack. Which one are you attacking? The one that's damaged or the one that's
The
not?
one that grappled Carthage.
Okay, it's the one that's damaged.
And wait, so if I can Scourge of the Dead, does that negate Slayer of the Living?
No, one is what happens when you attack living things, the other one happens when you attack dead things. It's just a constant thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits. So you all see as he swings the ring blade at the end of the staff down at this thing, there's a shadowy after image that follows it. Okay, roll damage and tell me what I need to do.
You need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. The base damage is 1d12.
Right.
Yeah.
That's max. Wow. Okay.
Nice. And it'll add your strength.
Add my strength.
Yeah.
My strength is crap.
Okay. Is it minus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What does that make it? 10? Okay, and then plus 1 because it's magical. So 11. 11 damage. Okay, so you see as it hits, there's a blast of dark necrotic energy coming from it, and it hesitates, but then nothing else happens. It got a 19 on its save. Yeah, just barely. So that was Aria's turn. Who else is going?
Me. I'm going to channel divinity.
Okay, what kind of
Turn
save?
undead.
Okay.
I will look.
And is it a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, it is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Does anything happen other than them running away if they fail?
Yeah. If they are CR2 or lower, they die instantly.
Okay. They are not.
Okay. But if they do fail, they have to run away from me for 1 minute.
Okay. So the one that has not yet taken damage starts running away. So it turns and you can see it running. You feel a resistance to this, but it still failed its save.
It also can't take reactions.
Okay, that makes sense because it's running away. The one that has been damaged manages to resist the effect.
Also, the other thing, basically, it can only take the dash action.
Yeah, it has to dash away from
It
you
has
as
to
it's
dash
turn.
away from me, and it can't willingly move within 30 feet of me for the next minute.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do. I will try to stand up.
Okay, yeah, you can stand up, no problem. They're not in a place to prevent that. That is 15 feet of your movement.
Do I see anything? Do I see the footsteps that are here, or not yet?
You don't see anything yet because of the snow.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot that one.
Alright, so which one
Against
started
the
running
one?
away?
The one it can't run away till its turn,
Okay,
I'm gonna. Oh,
but it's the one closer to me.
gotcha.
cool. I'm gonna shoot the injured one. And
Okay.
do the one the move instead of doing 2 shots. I'm gonna try to hit both of them.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. Roll 2 shots. One goes to one goes to the other.
Does that affect allies?
No, it's just
I'm just shooting.
yeah. She can shoot at as many people as she wants within a certain radius.
30
30. Yeah, that hits.
and 24.
That'll hit 2. Roll
Right,
damage.
2 damage.
2 extra damage. Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
How much
so
damage?
The first one, the damage one is 11.
Okay.
And the other one is 21.
Okay. The 2 arrows strike true. You see them both thud into it. Both of them have noticed you now. But it's not their turn. So.
Oh, and then I'm gonna move up here. I think I can make it if that's fine.
You could make it about halfway up the hill.
Do I see anything now?
What does she see with those elf eyes?
What's in my
Yeah. 2 things. Mackie and Jael's fur poofs out and stands on end. And Mackie looks nervous. And then you see, at the moment, a dark shadow moving toward you. It's up above you.
Something's coming.
You are the only one who knows what you see. So I'm going to message it to you. Actually, I'll just whisper it to you.
Okay.
So, no sponsors, but yeah.
Brought to you by Radiant's Living Room. Tabletop right there. The 3 styrofoam walls.
That's it so far.
Yep.
And he's going to attack you.
And I'll be right back.
Yep. So it lands beside you and it is going to attack you. It's holding a flail. I need to pull up
Do
its
I have a
stats.
chance to say anything?
Not yet.
I just said the shadow. I did say that something was coming.
You did.
Above. Okay.
I have to find those notes now. Give me a moment. He's going to swing at you with his flail. Whoop. You got so lucky. It was a natural 20 and then it slipped off the table. Although you have adamantine, don't you?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have mattered
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So the first one, he swings and you duck out of the way. And as the flail passes over your head, it has an ominous ringing sound as it goes over your head, and you see necrotic energy emanating from it. As you stand back up, he comes back around with it and slams into your stomach. I believe with a that's a 26. So
Hits everything.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as it slams into you, and you feel first of all, you feel your mind and your body both start to ache as it hits, and you feel an overwhelming fear start to come over you.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
14.
14. That is not enough. You are frightened. You see this thing, and there's something about it that it's terrifying. And you take, where is it? 14 points of bludgeoning damage from the flail.
Okay.
8 points of psychic damage. and 1 point of necrotic damage.
23 total.
Yes. As a bonus action, it waves its hands. There's a pulse of shadow that comes out of it, and the world goes completely silent. Okay, that's its turn. 2 of you get to go now.
Well, this is a new initiative. The only people who've gone from our side on this one was me,
And I'll lure it.
and Laura.
Oh, okay, so there we go.
So everybody else can go. Well, 2 of everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, Tarn is going to. I guess shoot the closest thing that's near him.
Okay. What is that? I can't see Tarkin.
It's the Tarkin is on the other side of the tree, so there's one of them here.
I think it's the one that's not.
The one that's it's the one that's injured because the one that failed was the one closest to Reagan.
Yeah.
So the injured one is closest to him. He is in the adjacent squares.
Make your attack.
That is 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 damage.
Okay. Tarkin's arrow thuds into it as it still continues attempting to beat on Carthanax. Who else is going to go?
Can they see this thing that came?
They can smell it.
Alright, which one?
It gives them the shivers.
Mackie, she's gonna come and pounce on it.
Okay.
Alright. Does she get to it? What's her movement?
50.
Yeah.
40, sorry, there's 40, but she should be able to get
She'll have to double move.
Oh, will she?
Yeah, it's 60 feet up the hill. And he's standing... Well, you're only halfway up the hill.
Yeah, I'm all the way up the hill.
Yeah, we'll say it's close enough.
I only have 35 feet. Okay.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
I'm gonna use that next time.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That'll hit, I believe. Yes.
And did it do a strength save?
It did, and it failed. So it is knocked prone.
Oh,
That's good.
so much damage.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Cool.
34 damage.
34 damage. Nice. Yeah, she starts tearing her claws into it. As she is, it doesn't yell out in pain or anything. It grimaces a little bit, but that's it. Okay, was that 2 of you or just 1?
That was 2.
Okay, thank you. So now the gravediggers are going to go. The one that has to run away runs away up the hill. It's just going to dash up onto the hill. The second one is going to swing its shovel at you. Its first attack is a modified 20.
Yeah.
That hits. Okay. So it hits you. I'm going to go ahead and roll damage. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a strength save. 5. Okay. And you are buried, well, I guess once again up to your knees. Then, after it does that,
I'll go for the next one.
you can't see him. He's in a pit.
He's right next to the pit.
Oh, he's right next to the pit.
Ari's,
I
I
see.
swear here, Ari's there.
Gotcha. How do you look, Carthanax?
I look like I'm standing upright, 10 feet down in a hole, now buried down to my knees.
So, like, health-wise.
Oh, what, health-wise?
Yeah, those are the numbers. Like, how do you look?
How bloody are you?
I'm almost to what would be considered bloodied.
Okay. So you still look okay. A little beaten up.
I am above half of my health pool.
Yeah. So after that swing, you get buried up to your knees, and it takes the shovel, digs into some of the dirt that's outside, and throws it down onto you. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, sorry, that's wrong. I make an attack roll. Natural 20, so it hits, but does not crit.
Of course. Best thing ever.
Yeah.
So now that since you're grappled since your knees are sunk into the ground, you look up and just a clump of dirt goes into your face, and you try to cough it out, and you just feel dirty. Like you look down, or if you can't see it, but you feel dirt like encrusting under your fingernails. Everything on you feels covered in this like thick, nasty dirt. You don't take much damage. You only take 1 point of damage from this, but as it happens, the pit that you are in begins to close over you. And I'll give you. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving or a strength saving throw to try to climb away. I guess.
You just rolled a 17. Can you use that?
It was for something that didn't
You
need a
said it was for a
save.
save.
It had
Yeah,
to
you
be
can use the 17.
Okay,
That'll be
so
enough.
18 for a
So,
strength save.
You manage to rip your feet out from the dirt beneath you. You start climbing. You don't get all the way to the top before it closes you in. You are currently restrained. On your turn, you can try to get out and stuff, but you are currently buried alive. Yeah.
I didn't think that was how it was going to happen, but yeah. Okay.
However, you are not as low as you would be if
Right.
you had not if you have not succeeded. So.
Now I'm curious, what would I have gotten if I had actually rolled? I'd gotten the floor.
Who hasn't gone? Jael and R.A.
Yeah, they haven't gone. I'm no longer visible then, right?
Yeah, you're not. And R.A., you're examining Carthanax going, I wonder how wounded he...
Okay, I am going to Scourge of the Dead, and we did this wrong, right? We got out for charisma.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
What is it?
It's an opposed charisma check, not a saving throw. Okay, make your attack roll first. Oh, go ahead.
Then falls under your control.
Yep. So go ahead and make your attack roll first to make sure you hit.
Okay.
While he does that,
20.
Yeah, that'll hit. Okay. Opposed charisma checks.
So it's max damage plus whatever.
Oh, it's a natural 20. Okay, well then yeah, that hits. And yes, plus max damage, so plus 12. 15. Okay. So yeah, it takes 15 points of damage. And go ahead and make your charisma check.
Jael's gonna run up to where
Natural 1.
Oh, that's really lucky for me because I rolled a 5. Okay, so he got a 5. So he beats your natural 1, but not by much. So yeah, you feel it shrug off the effects of the staff. Okay, so Jael.
she's gonna run up there. Can she pounce on it once with Matthew pounce on it?
It's still a pounce attack, just knocking it prone is like, woo! He's already prone.
Cool.
But yeah,
Alright, so she's gonna attack.
he's going to use his reaction. I need Jael to make a dexterity saving throw. As he sees her approaching, he waves his hand, and you see from beneath him. Is that a 1? Okay. You see from beneath him a shadowy dart shoots out from beneath his feet and lands on her shadow. And you see her, she's running full speed and just goes as if something had held on to her.
I'll put her right back there-ish.
Yeah, she is 10 feet away from him. Sorry, 15 feet away from him.
Well,
So-
she pounces at 20, so she's in the air.
Yeah, it's as if she was on a leash and reached to the end of it. Okay, so that's Jael's turn. So now it is, let's see. Those guys went.
Does that make it a new round?
That makes it a new round.
Roll a new initiative.
Me again?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You've got that high and advantage.
I'm not rolling very high. This
19.
one's gonna roll high. That's the exact same roll.
Is that another 7?
Yes.
Yikes.
Which I don't think is good
19?
enough. No.
Okay.
No, that's definitely only a 11.
So The shadowy figure, who is currently pinned beneath Mackie, he starts to become dimmer and more shadow-like and vanishes. And Mackie goes onto the ground. Are. Materializing beside you, you see shadows coalesce into the form of Terces. And he says, hello. As he says hello, you see the shadows around him start to extend from his body until he is blurred. And you're having trouble seeing his exact location. Okay, 2 of you get to go.
I kind of want to try and get out of the hole. I'm worried about being still in the hole when they have another turn.
Yeah.
Strength check to try and get out?
Strength check. And trying to get out does use some of your air. It removes 1 minute from the time you can hold your breath, which is equal to your constitution bonus in
What
minutes.
did you say?
Okay.
And you'll use up 1 of them by straining against this.
Cool. It was a natural 20 until it bounced off of that, so instead it is a 3.
That is tragic. So I'm going to say this is basically using your movement. So you use your movement trying to move. You are unable to. Unfortunately, in his old age, Carthanax is becoming frail.
Yep. And it's showing.
Yeah. But you can try again if you want with your action.
No, I think with my action I will cast Cure Wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Is there a somatic component?
No.
Okay, awesome.
Or wait, somatic component?
And is there a verbal component, in which case you will lose air?
That's actually great. Let me look and double check all of my spells. Why do I not just have Dimension Door? That's what you need. Yeah, Cure Wounds does have a verbal and somatic component.
Okay. So, I will let you make a strength check to try to do the somatic component. And RA, what are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna try something new. I'm still kind of figuring out what this actually does.
What is it?
Shaded steps.
Okay, you have to be standing in shadows for that.
Isn't it like dimly?
Yeah, dimly lit. Which, you're in normal light right now.
Okay.
Because it's still daytime. It's like an overcast day and it's snowy. It's not quite dim light.
It's bright light with obscurement.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I thought of that is because he is basically shadow as well. So that's why.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're not really in shadow right now, and he does not have a shadow.
I'm gonna make a perception check, and I'm gonna cast lightning bolt on him.
Okay, go ahead. What's the perception check for?
23.
Is that your perception check that you wanted to make?
Yeah, 23.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Where he is.
He's right beside you. Oh, he's under the effects of the blur spell. So attacks have disadvantage against him.
Well, I'm gonna cast lightning bolt then.
Okay, you cast lightning bolt, and he doesn't, as far as you can tell, he's kind of blurred, but you can't see if he's moving. You cast it, and it passes through him, and nothing happens. You hear him chuckle, and with that, he's going to use his legendary action, and he turns to you.
I don't want to be fighting this guy.
Mid-chuckle, he turns and he says, "Your will is weak." And you feel a very strange sensation from behind you. You look, and you see that your shadow is starting to writhe, and you see it make the motions of trying to claw up your legs like it's trying to climb you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay. You. What do you do to keep it from climbing up you?
What do I do?
How do you resist the shadow that's climbing up your leg? Or trying to?
I just clean on my chest, and I just outline what that's on my chest, and just say something missile, just like go away full.
Okay. With that, your shadow is blasted back down to its regular position. You can see it's still kind of writhing and trying to move without you. But for now, you're fine. And with that, it is some bad guys' turns. So the gravedigger that's running away runs farther away.
It only matters if it can see me when I use the channel divinity. Otherwise, it does spend the next minute.
Okay,
running
yeah,
and
it
dashing
runs
away.
off. You can remove it from the map.
Okay.
This one is going to run up at Eloria. It can't quite get to you, but it is going to. It runs up to you, and you see it stick its shovel into the ground, dig, and toss it behind it, and a pit opens up beneath you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Its ability recharged. And actually, is Mackie within 10 feet of you?
How close was the dude?
Dude
To you?
was in melee.
He was in melee range with you, so yeah.
Yes,
So Mackie
Mackie.
also needs to save.
Oh no, Mackie might not do it. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Okay. Aloria has a 17.
Okay, that's enough. Eloria jumps
Oh wait, no, hang on.
just in time.
I looked at Mackie's thing. That's Mackie's save. So Mackie has 12.
Okay. That is not enough.
Oh yeah, I know that Aloria has 17.
Okay.
17, yeah.
So, Aloria jumps out of the way, manages to jump aside before the pit fully opens. Mackie, unfortunately, falls in and takes 1 point of falling damage. And the pit is 10 feet deep.
Okay.
But that's all that happens. So now it's 2 of y'all's turns. It's Tarkin and Jael are the only ones left, I believe.
No.
No, sorry. Everyone but Ari and Carthanax.
Yeah.
He's gonna shoot at the one that was targeting Carthanax. And
Okay.
targeting Aloria.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Make your attack roll. Also, from the wolves, you have advantage.
Okay. Well, that's a 22, and that is a natural 20.
Okay. Very nice. Roll that damage and add max.
That is 15 damage.
15?
Yep.
Nice. Awesome. The arrow slams into it. It actually pierces right through where its heart would have been while it was alive. Comes out the other side.
Are you still doing something?
Yes, there's a legendary action. Oh, you know what? Actually, he's not in a position to use any of his legendary actions.
Yay.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Lucky y'all.
Aloria's gonna attack the one that just threw Mackie in a pit. Okay, first one's higher. 26 to hit.
That'll hit. Go ahead and... Oh, yeah. Roll damage.
$22 damage.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
Yeah, go for it.
Same roll, actually. Yeah, yeah, same roll.
It hits.
Ooh, got a couple max.
Nice.
26.
Damage?
Yep.
Okay, with that last one, it slams into the thing's head, and it goes limp and rolls down the hill.
Does anything happen to Mac? No. I guess it's
No. Mackie's still in a pit.
Okay. That's our turn.
Okay. So now, I guess that's the end of the round, because the other dude's running away.
Mackie and Jael.
Oh, yeah, Mackie and Jael. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, well. Mackie and Jael, go ahead and go.
Mackie gonna get out of the hole?
Yeah, Mackie's.
Presumably.
Jump
I
out.
hope.
Can she see the dude that's down there?
Yeah, she can see him. She sees RA fighting against a large shadowy figure. Not large, a small shadowy figure, sorry.
Would she be able to basically, with her leftover movement, because that's 10 feet of her movement, which is no big deal for her, 10 feet, and then would she be able to pounce, like run and pounce onto him, like down?
No, because she'd be taking the dash action to move again.
Okay.
If she's more than her movement away from him, then no.
I don't know where he is.
He's next to RA.
He's
Oh,
down
he's right there.
Oh, yeah. Did I ever put a token?
Right beside.
You never gave us a token, you just gave me the little thing.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine.
Is over there. I promise.
10,
Somewhere. I can't see it, but it's
25 feet plus 10 is 35 feet. If this is,
She has 40 movement, right?
yeah.
So yeah, she can pounce. Okay, she has disadvantage on the attack roll because it's hard to see where he is.
That's right. Even with sight.
It's because he's using blur.
I see.
He's under the effects of blur, so he disadvantage to attacks.
Yep.
Yeah, but even with
Scent doesn't help. That just lets her know which square he's in.
Same exact roll.
I imagine it hits anyway.
21.
See?
Yeah, that hits.
Did he
You
fail?
have this?
Yeah.
He passed. He got a natural 20. So Mackie hits him, and he just kind of falls down.
Wow, we're the little tiny guy.
He's surprisingly tough.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this is the lowest, which is 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you hear her claws scraping against him. Okay. Anyone else? I'm out of guys. So
That's everybody. I think.
That's the...
Oh no, Jael.
yeah.
That was gonna do something.
She's gonna do the same thing. She's closer, so she.
Jael is still pinned.
Oh, she's still pinned.
Yeah, she can try to rip herself free, but she can feel that there is potential to pull away from the shadow pinning, but it might hurt.
Does she still have her intelligence, or she has?
Yeah, she still has her brain.
Okay, so can I like roll for intelligence or something to see what she thinks? If she thinks this is
Yeah,
gonna
this
really
would be
hurt her,
Arcana.
or
Arcana.
I don't think she has anything with that. She probably has enough. I think that's 10.
Okay. She's not sure, but she suspects it's less of a physical sort of thing and more of a psychological, spiritual sort of effect that would hurt. So it's less. It's probably not going to open up a hole in her body, but it might damage her everything else.
Would it affect her outside of this form?
She's not sure. Not with a 10.
I think she would go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, make a strength check. Try to pull away. She feels a tearing sensation.
Stop it.
I think that would be 21.
Nice. That is enough to break free, and she feels the tearing sensation, and she gains 1 point of withering. Is that right?
Oh no.
Yeah, so that is whenever she heals at all, she reduces it by 1.
Okay.
But she is free to move.
Okay, so she's gonna go down and attack.
Okay.
Try to pounce.
Sounds good. He's rolling very well on not getting pounced on. So the last one was a natural 20, this one was a natural 19. But they're not attack rolls, so that's good.
21 to hit.
21 to hit. Yes, that hits.
Cool.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
No.
He's blurred.
Right.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
That does not. So she lunges at him, and it's, there's basically just some shadow, and she goes straight through the shadow.
Okay.
So now he's going to use his legendary action. And he's going to turn to Jael. He turns to her, he waves his hand, and he says, "You cannot resist me." And I need her to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good. 22.
Okay. She manages to resist as her shadow starts writhing and trying to climb up her. She manages to resist.
What she does is she turns and looks at it and goes,
He goes, and that ends the round, yes? Okay. So I think that's where we're going to stop for tonight. I think we're all pretty tired, and I know you guys have early work tomorrow. So yeah, we'll resume in the middle of the fight next week.